Hey y'all, I'm Matilda. You're watching Spinnaker on the couch, and this song is called Boys. I think I did this wrong. Favorite thing, I'll tell you all the girls dressed up in their tight blue jeans and making me sweat pearls. Listen up, boys, I'll teach you how to make them stay. Treat them nice and don't think twice and send them on my way. Would you take a bullet for 'em? Would you risk your life? I'd lay down all that I own and throw in my pride. Listen up, girls, I'll let you do your thing, but if someone else tries to stop you, kick 'em where it stings. Thank you. All right, that was like a little intro song. For all my girls out there. This next one is called Tender and Alive. So it's about being very tender and sweet to yourself and feeling alive. You make me feel like a dream. Good God, I'm floating away. Baby, we make a good team. Wherever you're going, I'm going that way. And it makes no sense that every night before you came into my life, I spent it alone, crying over someone old. Ooh, tender and alive, kissing it goodbye, and I'll see you every night in my dreams, wrapped around your finger. Baby, let me linger. You taste just like fantasy. Oh, fantasy. Ooh, oh, fantasy. You know I live by my pride, riding on the highs and lows. I could just get off the ride. You're the end of a roller coaster, and it makes such sense that every night I had to wait and make it right. Then you came around, keep making me proud. Ooh, tender and alive, kissing it goodbye, and I'll see you every night in my dreams, wrapped around your finger. Baby, let me linger. You taste just like fantasy. Oh, fantasy. Ooh, oh, fantasy. Thank you. All right, this next one is called Bottle It Up, and it's about having really special moments with someone, but knowing in the moment that the moment is going to end, so wishing you could just put it in a bottle and save it for later. It's kind of sad, so prepare yourself. Miss you more. Every day, those big blue eyes set the world in flames. I write you letters. I hope they came and get back to the good vibes. Yeah? Oh, there's one more. Cool. All right. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, cool. Got the green light. All right. This one is called All Good, and this is about my best friends. Text me when you get home. Go crazy with me on the dance floor. I just wanna make sure that you live in comfort. You've got the key to my heart and my house and my purse. Let me know if you're hurt, and I'll be the first to find whoever did it and kick them in the dirt. You are everything that I have asked for. Never, ever, ever need you more. I hope that you know that if you want me, I'll come over. I'll bring you love, I'll make it home until you're all good. Tell me about your day. Share secrets, then let's go insane. Let's go freaking manic. If you're in them all and whatever you wanna do, I promise I won't panic. You say jump, I land it. We'll make out like bandits. I know your favorite words and who your favorite band is. You are everything that I have asked for. Never, ever, ever need you more. I hope that you know that if you're lonely, I'll come over. I'll bring you love, I'll make it home until you're all good. I'm not afraid to love you forever. Every day with you just gets better. I hope that you know that if you're lonely, I'll come over. I'll bring you love, I'll make it home until you're all good. Till you're all
Got it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I never know
Sweet.
whether to clap or not.
No, you can clap. They do that in the Tiny Desk.
Hi guys, my name's Emma Finnegan, and we are joined today with our special guest, Matilda, here on Spinnaker's On the Couch. Yay! Woo! And she just played her awesome set for us. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
How
you
are
for
you
having
feeling?
me. I'm feeling good, feeling great. I'm really happy to be here to have this opportunity. I love spaces like this, and this is my first time really feeling like I'm a part of music. So it's
That's
a really good
awesome.
opportunity.
Well, I'm glad we could be a platform for you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, no, thank
So,
you.
We're gonna dive right into it.
All right, let's go.
So my first question for you today is, how did your music change between the release of your first EP, Dear, and the release of your second EP, Coming of Age?
There was there wasn't really, I would say, a huge gap. Maybe there was a huge gap of time in between them. That's I've never really talked about those two bodies of work before because I was so young when I made them.
How old were you when you first?
Dear, I think I was around 15, and then Coming of Age was probably when I was around 17. So there was a gap in time, but I think my feelings were I never really thought about how my feelings have evolved from that. Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, no, totally. So when your first release
Yeah.
from your first EP came out, what kind of gradual sense of sound or
Right.
your approach to songwriting and such came from in between, and even how you are now? Yeah, how would you say that growth has been?
I think with the first EP I released, it was just I was doing it for fun. I had so much I was writing a lot, but none of my songs really had structure that I really enjoyed, and it was hard to make music that I was proud of because it was hard to know how to make it because I was just starting, and I had just started songwriting, and I started making music when I would say either in the 7th grade or the 8th grade, and then by the time I released Dear, I was in my sophomore year of high school, and it just felt I don't know, everything felt very brand new, and like releasing it was like kind of a, like it always felt like a pipe dream to me, but I was like, it's so accessible, how could I not? And so yeah, when I first released that, I had no idea what style meant, what sound really meant to me, and I just like picked up a lot of like things that I heard from like my favorite artists at the time, and so I was really influenced by like a lot of singer-songwriter people, and yeah, I just like used it as a way to like really connect to my emotions, and I think I carried that into coming of age. With coming of age, there was definitely a lot more like structure and like focus on like songwriting as not just like a release, but more of as like an art and like something that you build and work on and create, and like actually putting effort to make sure that like this sounds good here, this sounds good here, and like having a cohesive song rather than just like word vomiting and like putting chords to it. So Dear definitely just feels like a little piece of my heart. I mean, every work is like a piece of my soul. They definitely are, but Dear's a lot more like, you can just tell I'm very like adolescent. And coming of age is also like that, but it's more like I'm coming out of my shell and like coming of age. It's like I'm growing into like what I see music as for myself. And yeah, just really coming out of my shell and like realizing that like there's more to this than just like catharsis. It's more than that. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool that you're able to like introspectively reflect on that, and you did a good job articulating that too as well.
Awesome.
Cool. And then moving in to our next question is, what is your favorite song to play to a crowd? Like, what song do you think like audiences like the most, or gets you hyped up most?
Hard to say, because like I've been like making a lot of music lately that I'm like really proud of, and like gets like the crowd going. It makes me really happy to see. But I definitely would say that like without a doubt, like Girls is my favorite. Like it's not, I wouldn't say it's my favorite to play, because like it's easy for song like just like Panic at the Disco with like I Write Sins, and like it's a great song, but like of course you would get tired of playing it because like whatever. But yeah, it's like the only song that like, it's just really cool to like be in this community and like feel like it's such a small world, but then like you play a song like that and people know the lyrics and you're just like, what is going on? And it's really amazing. Like, yeah, so I have a really fun time playing that song, because I can just like dance and like people are saying the words, and it's just a fun time. Yeah.
Awesome. And then what would you say, going along with like playing shows and audiences and stuff, what would you say is your favorite show you did this year?
Definitely the Boogie Bash that I like put on. So Emily's Boogie Bash, I booked a show for a good friend of mine. Yeah, it was for her birthday, but like we got this like lineup, and it was just really cool because we were really focused on like having like queer people and women to the front essentially. And so that was just how we saw it, as like having a safe space to just boogie and dance and like get it all out and just be together. And yeah, that was definitely my favorite show, and I would say it's like my best performance.
No, I was at that show.
Yeah,
Fun fact,
yeah.
I remember seeing you. I walked in during your set because I had work, so I was a little late.
Right.
I came and saw it, and I got some videos of that. That was a really great set that you did.
I'm glad that you were there.
And then when you did you did a cover of the Ariana Grande song.
Yes.
Everybody screamed, and I was like, oh my god! I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
That was a really good show. Actually, that's a very fun show for me also that I went to.
Awesome.
Like, I have good feelings about that show.
Glad.
Yeah.
Me too.
But, so thank you for putting that on. And then, what does it mean to be a female in music, and or as an artist in general? What are your thoughts on that, like in general? Because that's a big topic that everybody has thoughts on.
Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of hot takes on it, but I see a lot of people like not very fond of like something as simple as like a playlist on Spotify that's like all female fronted bands, and like they have a lot of qualms about it, like why can't it just be people in music? And like my thing is like there's a point that you have to like keep uplifting women until the point it's normalized, and I don't think we've gotten to the point where it is normalized yet. So playlists like that are necessary, like to highlight women and to highlight like people of color and just like everyone. So it's like, if it is not like normalized yet to have a space, we have to create that space. And so yeah, I think it's very important that we continue like making it like obvious that this is a space specifically for this group of people. And like there is going to be a point where it's like normal and like that won't be necessary anymore, and those labels aren't necessary, and sometimes it feels like identity politics, which I can understand, but I think at this point it is so important to acknowledge those groups of people, because like the majority of like mainstream music is like white men and big bands, and it's like they get the most recognition, and that's like the normal. And so like if there's already a culture that separates like identities, then like let's reclaim those spaces. Yeah,
totally. No, it's a big thing, especially in modern music, with
of course
women being able to be seen, heard, and as like equals, not like idolized and not like degraded, just like as equals. It's a huge, it's a good thing. But thank you for sharing your thoughts on that.
Yeah, of course.
And then last question for you today. Where would you see yourself in the next 5 years? Like, where would you like to see yourself in the next 5 years with your music and like your career and just you in general also?
So I've been thinking about this a lot, and like it's funny that you asked that, because I haven't thought about it at all until this like very point in my life, where it's like it feels like music is the only thing I can do, or like there's this idea of a dream job or whatever, and like I'm gonna get like kind of deep, but like it doesn't exist. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, work is gonna feel like work in like a capitalistic society, and I never want like my music to ever feel like work, and it never has. So it feels like the thing that I am meant to do as a human being is to experience, just so I can share it. And my outlet is music, and it's writing, and it's like whatever. So in terms of like the next 5 years, I think I really see myself like going for it and like really doing it. So I just hope to like wherever I go, like wherever it ends up, I just like want to have a space, like whatever that means, like where I can like host things, like get people into it, like into the community, and like really build something, especially in Jacksonville, because I feel like there's so much potential here.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So just like really putting myself into music and just like throwing myself out there.
You're just a boss lady.
Yeah, just going for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, awesome. Well, thank you again so much for being on the couch and doing this awesome little segment for us.
Yeah,
and
of course.
We really appreciate you sharing your talents, your thoughts, your words, everything with us.
All right, cool.
Thank you again. And all right, guys, and that's all for you today. Tune in to the next one. I don't know. Is that it? Cut.
I'm sweating so hard.
Don't sweat. You did really good question. You answered really well. But
Thank you.